Time. We can't push it back. We don't know when it's going to stop. But we can try to control it. Try to slow it down because we humans have created a physical representation of time. And it's this: money. You sell your time to make it. You use your time to spend it. Time is money, as they say. And it seems the more we need money, the more time speeds up. And the less we need money, the more time slows down. My goal is to slow down time as much as possible because for me, time is the most valuable asset in the world. And there's a movement that takes this concept on, and it's called the FIRE movement. And FIRE stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. And in a past video, I talked about this concept of FIRE and how I think that it needs to be reworked a little bit. So if you haven't seen that video, I'm going to link it down in the description. Give it a watch. And if you do enjoy that video and this one, please give them a like. Subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. But in this video, I want to talk more just about the financial independence side of FIRE. Because money is a powerful tool and gaining financial independence isn't as difficult as people think. The problem is that most people have the wrong approach to achieving it. Most people get caught up in the big picture. But in reality, financial independence is like a painting. When you're not the one that painted it, all you see is the finished product. You see it as one single thing. But if you're the one that painted it, you see a series of hundreds of strokes of a paintbrush. And so when you want to achieve financial independence, you shouldn't look at the big picture, but you should look at all the little small details because all these little small details represent something bigger. They're decisions that you make to save money. Because when you're saving money and you're increasing your savings, what you're really doing is you're buying back your time. Because money is a representation of time, and financial independence is when you have enough money to buy your time back. And I personally think that pursuing complete financial independence is a little bit pointless because unless you're physically unable to work, you can always be making money. So I created a series of steps to achieve financial independence by looking at these little details instead of the bigger picture. And it starts by asking yourself, how much is your time worth? Now, I'm not talking about how much you're making per hour. I'm talking about how much you're spending per hour because I don't really think it matters how much you're making because there's some people that make $100,000 and they have no money in savings. So how much are you spending per hour? And to figure out that number, you divide your yearly expenses by 8,766. That's how many hours there are in a year. And that number will be how much money you're spending per hour if you averaged out your spending throughout the year. Now I did the math, and on average, I'm spending about $3 per hour because my yearly expenses are $26,000 a year. So this $1 bill right here represents 20 minutes of my time. Now, for most people, this number is going to be a lot higher. I'm just very savvy with how I spend my money. But so $1 is worth 20 minutes to me. So every single dollar I'm saving, what I'm really doing is I'm buying back 20 minutes of time. So once you know how much your time is worth, you ask yourself the question, how much time do you need to buy back? And like I said, I don't see a point of pursuing complete financial independence because as long as you're physically able to work, you can still be making money in some way. What I mean by this is whatever your goal is, how much time do you need where you're potentially not making an income? So for example, when I was 17 years old, I was trying to save up enough money to backpack Europe for 90 days when I graduated high school. So what I needed to do is I needed to buy back 90 days worth of my time. And I was doing that by saving up as much money as I could because I knew in that time I wasn't going to be making an income. So my goal was to buy back 90 days worth of time. So once you know how much your time is worth and how much time you need to buy back, you do the third step, and that's start buying back your time. Now, buying back your time is the same thing as saving money, but I prefer to look at it this way because you're saving with a goal in mind. You're saving to buy back the most important thing in the world, and that's your freedom. So for every single financial decision that you make, whenever you're saving money, look at it as if you're buying your time back 1 hour at a time. Make your own lunch instead of eating out, save $10, 3 hours bought back. Trade CrossFit for a $10 gym, save $140 a month. In 1 year, 560 hours bought back. Downsize your apartment, save $400. In 12 months, 1,600 hours bought back. Make your own coffee, save $3, 1 hour bought back. Never underestimate the power of one single dollar. When I was in my early 20s, I traveled to 35 countries around the world when I was working at a minimum wage job because of this mindset. I was able to graduate college debt free because of this mindset. I'm able to save up 60% of my income because of this mindset. I'm not saving money. I'm buying my time back. I'm buying the most valuable asset in the world. And whenever you buy back enough of your time, then you do the final step and you make the purchase. Now, I believe in taking risks, but I don't believe taking risks when you don't have a plan. That's why you need to figure out how much time you need to buy back first. But then there comes a point when you have to acknowledge that you have enough and you need to make the ultimate purchase of buying your time back. And I call that reaching enough. And call it what you want. Financial independence, I prefer to look at it as reaching enough because I think that in a lot of ways, money is really in abundance because there's no limit to how much you can make. You have to define for yourself how much money is enough. And once you reach enough, you buy the most important thing back in the world, and that's your time. Financial independence isn't about saving up enough money that you can live off 4% of your investment portfolio. Financial independence is about defining enough, making small decisions every single day to buy back hours of your time and reaching enough. And once you reach enough, you can start to buy back your time and use your time on things that you think are more worthwhile, because time is the ultimate asset and we're all limited in how much we can have. And most people spend their whole lives letting time pass thinking that there's no way to control it. But we humans have created a physical representation of time. And like I said in the beginning of this video, we can't go back and we don't know when it's going to stop, but we can control it. So the clock's ticking. So start making decisions today to buy back your time.